Hi, ladybugs. How are we doing? We're going to get some babies dressed. How are you guys doing? Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully you guys are having a great day and everything is going good. All right. Let's sit down. Let's see who's around for some puppy loving. There's Bingo. Bingo's in the mix. Hi, Bing. Come here, Bing Bing. We had a rough day yesterday with, hold on, there's a dog behind me. We had a rough day yesterday with Kobe and Bingo. They had to go to the vet. Kobe had a lump on his head that had to be removed, and Bingo had a lump on his head, but he had double ear infections. All right, Chuggy, go lay down. No, Tiny, go lay down. Go on. Come here, Bing. Come here, Bing Bing. Come here. There's my boy. There's my boy. He had a little lump on his head, not a big one. That had to be removed. And he has some ear problems, huh? But we're going to fix those up, huh? Yeah, we're going to fix those up, huh, Bubba? He's got some long-term medicine in his ears, so that's good, huh? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, you're going to be fine, huh? See, Mommy took me to the doctor, huh? Mommy, I didn't like it, but I went, and I was a good boy, huh? And I was a good boy, huh? Yeah, now I'm healing, huh? Now I'm healing, yeah. Anyway, this is my Bing. For those of you that are just joining or don't know, this is our baby Bingo. Huh, it's our little baby boy. He's such a love. He's such a good little boy. Are you a good little boy? Look at that little gut. Look at that fat little gut, huh? Yeah. The reason Bingo has a fat tummy is because for several years he had Cushing's disease, which is in remission now, but he had Cushing's, and because of that, his belly is very distended. One of the symptoms of Cushing's is to have a big, poochy, round belly, but often when Cushing's goes into remission, the belly, because it's stretched out, just stays as a big, round belly. So he's not as overweight as he looks. He just happens to have a Cushing's belly, huh? A little pregnant belly, huh? Yeah. Are you expecting, sir? Say, no, I'm not. But there's my Bingo. Oh, okay. There we go, my love. All right. We're going to start with Asha. Here she is. We're going to start with her. No, go lay down. Go on. Go lay down. Thank you. Thank you, madam. Chuggy, go lay down. Go on. Go lay down. Thank you. Hi, Bing. Yeah, they're everywhere. We're infested with little dogs. Watch out, Chug. We're infested with little dogs. So how are you guys doing? Are you guys doing good today? I hope so. I hope you guys are having a great day. The roof is finally done. And it feels nice to just have it completed and not have to stress about the roof before the rainy season comes, the monsoon season in Oregon. So it's nice that it's done with while it's still sunny and we don't have to stress about it anymore. All right, there we go. But no more banging and hammering and people walking on the roof. That went on for a week, so it's nice that that's done with. It's always nice when you need to get work done on your house and then you get the work done. It's nice that it's just done, you know? We're gonna make her bows match the ladybug and the bright pink bow right here. So we'll take these out of her hair. So it's nice that that's done with. And we can relax about that. This one would look better, but I wanted bows instead of headbands. But let's see, I think we have some somewhere. I just have to locate them. There they are. Yeah, there we go. That's a better pink. Hi, Bing. Bing is over here kissing my leg. He's such a good boy. He's such a sweetheart. He really is such a good dog. It drives me crazy to think about how somebody could have mistreated him. Not that any dog, whether they're good or not good, whether they're well-behaved or not well-behaved, deserves to be mistreated. I'm not saying that at all. But especially a dog who is so sweet and so well-behaved, you know. There's nothing about him that you could say is bad. He's such a good little boy. It just boggles my mind that he could have been so mistreated with how gentle and sweet and loyal and loving he is. There's just nothing about him that's even the slightest bit challenging. He's just a little angel. He's very sweet, he's very kind, he's very loyal. He listens 99% of the time. He goes potty outside when you take him outside. I mean, now he's blind, so he does have some added challenges that, you know, he needs a little help with. He can't get himself down the stairs to go potty, so he does need help with that. But, you know, he's blind because of his mistreatment, because, you know, whoever had him didn't take him to the vet when he was showing clear signs of illness. And because of that, his diabetes got out of control. And because of that, his retinas were damaged and he got the cloudy eyes. And now he's completely blind. But prior to that, he was mistreated. And it just blows my mind because he is such a sweet guy. He's the most loving, affectionate, calm dog I've ever met. I know you guys can't really see him where you are, but if I turn the camera just slightly, you can see he's over here licking my leg. He's just a very sweet little guy. He's very well behaved. He's just very angelic. He's very calm. So I just don't understand why anybody could justify in their own minds. Not that you should ever justify in your own mind mistreating any animal, but especially a dog as sweet, as gentle, as kind, as loyal as he is. He is just a little angel. Just drives me nuts. I just can't imagine why somebody mistreated him. And the vet said that the bowing of his front and back legs was most likely caused by being in a cage that was too small for him. So at a time, even though we got him at 10 years old, at a time in his life when he was developing and growing, he was in a cage that was much too small for him. And due to that, his legs didn't grow properly. So, I mean, you know, this wasn't short-term mistreatment where he was mistreated for, you know, a few months. This was a lifestyle for him. Look how cute. There's Miss Asha. There we go. This was his life and all he'd ever known because, you know, we got him at 10, but they, you know, I asked the vet, at what age do they usually develop, you know, their limbs? And he says between 8 weeks and about 18 months. By 18 months, they're fully grown and have, you know, kind of developed whatever, the bones start to harden a lot more. They've developed whatever, you know, issues they're going to have in life, they've developed by 18 months usually. So we got him at 10, but he was clearly mistreated at a much younger age because of the bowing of his legs. So his shoulders, his elbows and shoulders stick out like this, sideways. So he was mistreated not just as an elderly dog, but also as a young dog. And so he probably lived a life of neglect and mistreatment all of the 10 years he's been alive. And then his diabetes got out of control. He was dumped at a shelter, at which point he was scheduled for euthanization, most likely because of his diabetes. Most shelters will destroy a dog with diabetes because of their diabetes, because very few people want to adopt a dog who's diabetic. Not only does it require, multiple times a day blood sugar checks, but it requires insulin, buying the test strips, buying the machine, making sure he's eating the right diet for a diabetic dog. There's a lot of work and care involved in taking care of a diabetic dog. And most people, and I don't, I understand it. I don't like it, but I understand it. Most people don't want to take on a diabetic dog, especially an older diabetic dog. So I think that the decision by the shelter to euthanize him was not trying to be cruel, but trying to be practical. They didn't want him to spend his life in the shelter. They can't care for him properly in the shelter. There's too many dogs for them to properly care for him. And they just didn't think he'd ever be adopted because of his diabetes. So he was scheduled for euthanization, which thankfully he was, because that's how our rescue got a hold of him, because he was on the euthanization list, and they keep track of the euthanization list. And they saw him, and they decided that he deserved a second chance. And he was in California. He was shipped up to Oregon, and then we got him. And I can't thank them enough. He's just a light. He's an angel. He's just the light of our house. He's such a sweetheart. He's just an angel. I can't even describe him any other way. And we just adore him. So, it just breaks my heart to think about the amount of suffering and the amount of sadness that he had before we got him. And it just makes me sad. I'm thankful that we have him now, and we can, whatever his story was before we got him, his story may have started with sadness and mistreatment, but it won't end that way. The last chapter of his life will be one filled with love, devotion, good food, warm beds, belly rubs, all of that. And that's what I think matters the most, is that whenever he takes his last breath, whether it be tomorrow, a year from now, 5 years from now, Joey wants you, Ange. He won't leave this earth the way he lived it. You know what I mean? He won't leave this earth thinking that he was a burden, or that he was where are you putting him? Oh. That he was a burden, or that he was unloved, or that he was unwanted. Whenever he takes his last breath, it'll be in a home where he's loved and cared for and cherished and spoiled rotten, like every dog should be. So, I'd like to say, whatever happened to him led him to us, and for that I'm grateful, but I just can't say that, I'm grateful that he had to live 10 years of mistreatment. I don't think that's right. But I am glad that we have him now, and we get to show him all the love and the care in the world. He deserves it. He's a good boy. So anyway, enough about that. I just wanted to point that out. He's a lovely boy. He's one of the sweetest dogs I've ever met, and I adore him. He's my angel. So, how is everybody doing, huh? Is everybody doing good? I hope so. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope the first couple days of August have been incredibly good to you. And it's going to be the best month of the year. I hope so anyway. You guys can see Joey in the background. Right there. He's plopped himself on top of the clothes and decided that's where he's going to lay. Which is fine. He's a clean little boy. He doesn't have any dirt on him or anything. So he's fine where he's at. Doesn't bother me. If they're not dirty or anything, it doesn't bother me. This is kind of off a little bit, but I think we'll do some pink because it has pink ribbon throughout. I have to tell you guys, I put a dress on Ebony and I posted it on Facebook, and one of my friends said, I have the same dress but with the bonnet. Would you like it? And I was very excited, so she's going to send it because then I have the matching dress for Eleni. And she's sending an extra dress on top of that, so I'm super excited about that. Here is Miss Tegan. We dressed Tegan and we dressed Asha. Oh, Tegan, we got all these long hairs hanging down. What's up with that, huh? There we go. Oh. I have to trim Tegan's bangs because she's got like this sort of curl in her hair that makes it a little bit challenging to figure out what to do with her hair. But the bangs are like extra long, you know what I mean? And I have a pair of scissors right there on the dining table, so I think I'll grab them. And I gotta get Bingo off my bag though so I can move. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, bud. There we go. Thank you. All right. Anyway, it's been a good weekend, you know. I'm just glad the roof is done. You know, like I was saying, it's good to have that done before the rain comes, but it's also good just to have it done, you know. We had some leaking last year in the entryway because of the roof. So that was a little bit of a concern as we get closer to the end of August and, you know, into September when the rain comes back. I love this time of year so much because it's sunny and it's warm. And this has been an absolutely gorgeous summer. I mean, like not super hot. We've had a couple of super hot days, but not like it normally is. Not very hot at all. It's been gorgeous. The weather's been perfect. It's been warm, but, you know, not too warm. It's been very comfortable almost every day. I can honestly say it's been a beautiful, beautiful summer. I needed to take her hair down so I could get the bangs evened out before I trim them. It's been an absolutely gorgeous summer. Just stunning. Beautiful weather. I have really enjoyed this summer so far. There we go. So it's been an absolutely gorgeous summer. And every day we have, like I said, we have had a few really warm days, like, you know, in the upper 90s. But most of the days have been in the mid 70s to mid 80s, which is absolutely gorgeous weather. Not too hot, not too cold, you know. Just beautiful. Just beautiful weather. It's been very comfortable. Like I said, there have been a few hot days, but nothing usually in the summer it's like hot all summer, you know, it's like really hot. But this has been an absolutely beautiful summer. I can't complain at all. It's been gorgeous. It's been perfect weather. I wish it was this temperature all year round. That would be absolutely perfect. It'll never happen in Oregon, but I'm always scrunching up her bangs because they are a little bit too long. So I'm always scrunching them up to make them just slightly shorter, but it doesn't work. So now that is perfect. Her bangs are not too short, but not too long either. Let's see. There's a hair we missed. Let's get that one. There we go. Oh, so pretty. I'll show you guys. Yeah, so it's been absolutely beautiful this summer. There's her bangs. Perfect. They're not in her eyes. It's lovely. Yeah, it's been, I don't know what the weather's been like where you guys are, because you guys all live in different places, but it's been absolutely gorgeous here. It's been a beautiful summer. I've loved it. It's just been perfect. I couldn't have asked for better weather. It's mostly been comfortable, you know, not too hot, not too cold. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So we didn't have the same kind of spring this year that we had last year where it was absolutely gorgeous spring, but we are having an absolutely beautiful summer. So I love it. I hate going back into the rainy and cold time of year because it brings the pain. But at least it's been such a pretty summer. So that's been nice. The dogs have enjoyed being outside. And the other thing is that we haven't had to turn on the air conditioning a ton, so we can keep the doors open for the dogs so they can enjoy the sun, and that's been really nice. So tell me in the comments down below, what's the weather been like where you are this summer? Has it been a nice summer? Has it been too hot? Not hot enough? What have you done this summer? Have you gone surfing? Have you been to the beach? Anything exciting? I'm always curious. Give me the tea. Give me a helping of the tea. There we go. What do you guys do for fun besides reborns? Do you guys have any hobbies? Do you travel? Do you sew? Do you knit? Do you surf? Do you scrapbook? I do paper crafts as well as reborn. So like card making, making albums, things like that. Do you guys paint? Do you draw? What do you do for fun besides reborns? What are your hobbies? What do you enjoy besides reborns? I'm curious. And also let me know, is there a hobby that you'd like to pick up but haven't? Is there a hobby you've been thinking about getting involved in but haven't? That would be cool to know too. Seems like we missed a few hairs. Maybe not. Yeah, we did. Is there anything that you guys have thought about partaking in that you haven't? That would be interesting to know. And if so, what is it? If there is a hobby that you've thought about getting into but haven't done it yet, tell me what it is and why it interests you. I'm always curious to know. There we go. That's much better, Chicky. Yeah. I wouldn't say that there's any hobbies that I want to get into that I haven't, but I don't know. I'm always looking for something new, so maybe one of you guys will give me an idea. There is Miss Tegan, all ready. Her bangs trimmed. Yeah, I'm always like taking her bangs and like using my finger to make them go sideways so they're out of her eyes. So it's nice to not have to do that, to just be able to comb them down and be done with it. There we go. Let's put a bow right there. And a bow right there. There we go. Okay. There she is. Tegan, Tegan, Tegan. All right. I'm going to do a second video today, so I'll be right back. Love you guys. Bye.